Coming up in tonight's bulletin, the national government reaffirms its commitment to advancing human rights in the country as it prepares for its fourth submission to the United Nations Human Rights Council's Universal Periodic Review. The Ministry of Health and Medical Services is committed to ensure that sufficient medical drugs are available in the country, and the Minister of Finance and Treasury, Honorable Harry Kumar, assures the public that the recent 1% fee increase by the Bank of the South Pacific in June has not affected local businesses or the economy. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Cheryl Berra. The Solomon Islands government has reaffirmed its commitment to advancing human rights in the country as it prepares for its fourth submission to the United Nations Human Rights Council's Universal Periodic Review. Simon Tavake reports.
The Universal Periodic Review, UPR, is a peer review mechanism under the UN Human Rights Council, where all member states are reviewed every 5 years on their human rights records. For the Solomon Islands, its second review took place in January 2016 during the Council's 24th session in Geneva. In Parliament this morning, Minister for Foreign Affairs and External Trade, Honorable Peter Chanel Agovaka, responded to a question from the Leader of Opposition concerning past UPR recommendations. Minister Agovaka revealed that the country received 139 recommendations during the second cycle, where it accepted 89 while choosing not to support 50.
So Solomon Islands government appeared before the Human Rights Council and working group on the Universal Periodic Report at the 24th session in Geneva from 1918 to 29 January 2016. A total of 139 recommendations been made for Solomon Islands during the second cycle, UPR. And then 89 recommendations were supported and 50 even not supporting. 50 even no team no more. A good number of questions are the same across a number of states. No even no more, but other countries too, but got same similar questions and recommendations.
He also highlighted that in its third review, submitted in May 2021, the Solomon Islands received 160 recommendations, where 106 were supported by the government.
Solomon Islands submitted its third cycle of Universal Periodic Report, UPR, in May 2021. The UN members made 160 recommendations. 106 were supported by Solomon Islands, and due to the COVID pandemic, the submissions were conducted by virtually, using virtual consultation and conduct report here. In response to the recommendations, Solomon Islands organized a 2 days national consultations on the UPR midterm review in May 2023. Mr. Speaker, the aim of the national consultation was to bring implementing government agencies and stakeholders together to assess implementation and progress made to date, and to assist required to advance other supported human rights recommendations.
The UPR process allows countries like Solomon Islands to reflect on their human rights progress and collaborate with international partners to strengthen protections and improve policies. The country's fourth report is expected to be submitted in early 2026. Simon Tavake, SIBC TV.
The Ministry of Health and Medical Services stands committed to ensure that sufficient medical drugs are available in the country. Eliza Kukutu with more.
The Ministry of Health and Medical Services remains committed to ensuring the country has enough supply of medical drugs. In its budget for this year, the ministry was allocated an increased budget of 744 million Solomon dollars to cater for the growing needs of the population. Minister for Health, Dr. Paul Busawai, told SIBC News that out of the $95 million allocated for medicines and dressings, $41 million has been used to purchase medical items, which are expected to arrive soon.
Within this year's appropriation budget, that we increase budget, particularly medicine supplies, out of that 95 million SBD that's budgeted for medicine and dressing, 41 million, we follow already paying. There are incoming 12 containers by me arrive shortly. Our medicine or critical item availability at this stage, 81%. So critical items availability this time where availability of medicine since we take in portfolio and increase of this budget raising percentage from 59% to 85 to 95% and availability have folded between this range of 85 to 95.
Minister Busawai stressed that more work needs to be done to fully restore the country's stock of medical supplies.
More work to be done so that we fully taken back now medical supplies. For this year 2025, what we do is a recovery approach. Next year we will start sustainability approach for making what are critical items or medicine for available. We are targeting 95% to 100% next year. So we are recovering at this moment. But as time we recover, we ask them good people of Solomon Islands for no stealing medicine. We also ask them those that buy them or the medicines or the stealing, please report to police so that they may address him now. It's on an issue of stealing medicine, which is not new before me coming as a Minister of Health.
For SIBC TV, I'm Eliza Kukutu.
The Minister of Finance and Treasury, Honorable Harry Kumar, assures the public that the recent 1% fee increase by the Bank of the South Pacific BSP in June has not affected local businesses or the economy. Responding to a question raised by Leader of Opposition, Honorable Matthew Wale in Parliament, Minister Kumar said authorities have taken swift action following concerns from BSP's customers, resulting in penalties against the bank.
Based on our observation, sir, there is no impact on business and the economy. This is because as soon as that when it happened, customers quickly complain to CBC, even before our good leader raised an issue here. And so CBC quickly responded and remedied the situation by directing BSP for withdrawing that charges that I'm giving that customer belong him, and also direct them for reimbursing to whatever MP charge him. And of course, we put him some penalty too. In fact, BSP also confirmed to CBSI that I'm not reactivating that policy too. So it's a very short period of time that may happen, and we think that there is no implication that I'm raising any concern on business or the economy.
Meanwhile, Honorable Wale urges the government to introduce appropriate legislation to prevent similar actions in the future.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I'm aware the central bank may charge him fine logget of 10,000 Solomon dollars, which is a lousy amount. And I'm also aware, sir, that the only regulatory requirement law there where we can breach him is always no give notice. What an inadequate, absolutely useless regulatory requirement. No way. If we get submit him go and not give notice, a month's notice, that they would have not breached any of the regulatory requirements. That is just in this day and age. Some central bank are not doing work and this is a matter where affecting many people. And of course businesses, most of whom are small businesses not are affected. And so it does call for some legislative response here. And so my question is what policy response is now. by government taken lot this one, make you know end up lost same situation. You will recall, Mr. Speaker, Australia had a commission of inquiry into the banking and financial services sector. Because there, or man deal with him selling, greed is the number one thing. And they'll charge you anything to erode your money that you put in the bank. And we need to guard against that greed.
The Guadalcanal provincial government has reaffirmed its commitment to developing the province's agriculture sector. Eliza Kukutu reports.
The Guadalcanal provincial government has reaffirmed its commitment to developing the province's agriculture sector. In his speech marking the province's 41st second appointed day last week, Premier Honorable Willie Atto highlighted that the provincial government has supported farmers through training opportunities.
Through the Agriculture Division, we continue to build the capacity of our farmers through targeted training programs and international learning opportunities. Notable training of trainers sessions have been conducted on climate-smart agriculture, equipping local trainers with skills in participatory community vulnerability assessments and climate-resilient agronomic practices. Cocoa enterprise development has also been a key focus, with training delivered to support farmers in improving both quality and production.
Local farmers are being encouraged to engage more in the cocoa and copra sectors.
I strongly encourage all cocoa and copra farmers to continue their hard work and dedication. The increase in cocoa and copra prices presents an important opportunity for improved incomes and rural livelihoods. I also urge farmers to apply for support under World Bank funded SIAD program, which provides financing and technical support to expand commercial farming activities.
Premier Atto also acknowledged the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock for its initiative in providing reliable transport services for cocoa and copra farmers in Guadalcanal province.
The Guadalcanal provincial government is also actively exploring ways to support transportation of agricultural produce from rural Guadalcanal to Honiara markets, especially through reliable and affordable shipping services. Time will go awareness of the people who must come in. How? Bible expecting to take them copra and cocoa from the boat for go Honiara, the canoe. And a big challenge here. In this regard, we sincerely thank the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, MAL, and the West Guadalcanal agents for the proposed monthly shipping services that will benefit Dui Ward in South Guadalcanal and cover all the West Guadalcanal constituency. This is a positive step toward ensuring that our farmers can get their goods to the market in timely and cost-effective manner.
For SIBC TV, I'm Eliza Kukutu.
The 30th International Seabed Authority ISA Assembly recently concluded in Kingston, Jamaica. The annual event brought together representatives from 168 member countries to deliberate on the regulation of deep-sea mineral resource extraction and the protection of marine ecosystems. Millicent Barty, founder of Custom Keepers, was an observer at the assembly.
So the main topics of discussion, so currently ISA, International Seabed Authority, OTA currently developing one for mining code there. So that's still in development. Another topic of discussion, there was a big condemnation or rejection of this unilateral move where USA Trump's administration put on an executive order for my name one for Seabed Law Pacific, and this one is pushed by corporations, especially the metals company, which is one for Canadian mining company. So a big topic there now. Everyone bara just reject him, condemn him. So that's a really good sort of positive outcome where countries are saying no, nothing about the deep sea should be unilateral and should multilateral for everyone agree.
Earlier this year, Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele announced a national moratorium on deep-sea prospecting and mining during the United Nations Ocean Conference in France, reaffirming Solomon Islands' commitment to marine conservation and sustainable ocean use. Barty observed a growing number of global states taking on a similar position.
The continuous discussion too around moratorium. So one for positive outcome below Assembly is that the ISA Council is made up of 36 states, but this time 38 fala states, 38 fala country this time push or position him out for moratorium or precautionary pause, which just means that Ota can say, okay, as a country, but me fala pause lo here, me fa stop, me fa like looking vastan what na data, what na risks, what na hana policies around him or regulations before me fa decide, okay, me fa agree for my name deep sea. So I know what moratorium means, which is a good step, but in actual fact, it's not a ban.
She hopes to see stronger representation from Solomon Islands at the future ISA assemblies.
So me hope for looking Solomon Islands next year at the ISA, especially because the chairmanship for PIFs is coming to us. So it's really important that collective voice Lo Pacific is heard in these spaces, because these spaces often tend to be so rigid and still inside that colonial framework. So him by good or me try for expand him for people understand that the ocean is not just a body of water; it's truly a part of us and who we are.
SIBC TV understands Barty's participation at the ISA 30 Assembly was supported by Greenpeace Australia Pacific. The ISA is an autonomous international organization established under the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.